Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Thursday morning, the 18th day of December, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air right here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, our frequency there to listen is 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice from anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to tune in, ksje.com, or maybe you're listening to me through the new KSJE radio app. We are glad that you are with us this morning, everybody. Also, welcome to our viewers who are watching me this morning, the video of the program streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. We are glad that you're all with us this morning because coming up this morning, our guest from San Juan County Fire and Rescue talking about some holiday safety tips. There's already been some serious fires in the community, kind of related to heating issues and others. We'll be talking a little bit about that and some things to watch for around your home coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE this morning. Then later on this hour, we'll be checking in about the annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. You got to think ahead to January. It'll be here before you know it, 2026. We'll be talking with you about that, how you can sign up to give back to the community. That's coming up today, about 8:45, 8:50 or so this morning on KSJE. That paves the way for Roving with the Arts, our weekday classical music program coming your way at 9:06. And don't forget, you can also connect with us on other social media platforms in addition to Facebook and YouTube, like Instagram and Blue Sky and X. And if you're a podcast listener, you can find KSJE podcasts wherever you're listening to them these days. You can subscribe for free and find a new local program that maybe you missed, or better yet, just download the new KSJE radio app. It's available at the App Store and Google Play. Connect with us there. You can listen live. You can check out our podcasts and much, much more, and take us with you on those holiday trips. So check it out and download it and keep us connected. Outside our studios at San Juan College this morning, the mild weather continues. 38 degrees at the moment. It is a mostly sunny day out there, I would say. We're expecting partly sunshine, partly sunny skies today with a high of 56 in Farmington. How's that for mid-December? 28 and partly cloudy overnight tonight. Tomorrow more sunshine. 57 for a high on Friday and on Saturday. 58 degrees on Sunday, maybe near 60 by Monday, Tuesday, and next week. But take a look. Maybe a little bit of precipitation around, the end of next week. That's around Christmas or so. So we'll see if that happens. And so stay tuned for that. Overnight lows again near 30 degrees. Back with my guest from San Juan County Fire and Rescue right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. The most important ingredients to sustaining health and wellness are the resources and tools that help you live a vibrant and healthy life. At San Juan Regional Medical Center, the goal is to promote health by making sure those resources are available. Find the path to the best life at lifebetterhere.com. San Juan Regional Medical Center. Better is our mission, improving lives through personalized health and care.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin Morning Program on KSJE.
And my guest, as I mentioned, from San Juan County Fire and Rescue, the chief of the department, David Vega, is here with us this morning. Chief Vega, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me back.
Thank you for coming back, and happy holidays to you and your crew.
Well,
you're here to kind of share some kind of safety tips and talk a little bit about some of the things that you've been seeing, I guess, in the department and some of the fires that have been happening in the community recently, right?
Yeah, it's it's the holidays. Christmas is coming up, New Year's, and Scott, I'll tell you what, I've been doing this for 28 years, and it just never fails that, we always see one or two really sad fire events this time of year, and it's usually something that's preventable.
Right.
Fireplace issue, carbon monoxide issue, a tipped over heater, really, really basic things that can really ruin the holidays for you. So if we can go through a holiday season without one of these, it'd be a really great thing for us.
Right. No kidding. And as a matter of fact, a member of your crew has already kind of put together a video about some other things to watch for, and I wanted to share that with our audiences this morning. If you don't mind, do you think Division Chief Arnhammer would have a problem being seen by more people?
Yeah, she is somewhat the face of the organization, and if you haven't, please check out our Facebook, and we'd be happy to share it right now and some really great tips.
Okay, all right, let's take a look. Thanks.
Oh, hey! My name is Shay Arnhammer. I'm a Division Chief with San Juan County Fire and Rescue, and we want to make sure that you have a safe and happy holiday season this year, so I have a few tips for you. The first tip that we want to talk about involves fireplace safety. A cozy fire is great, we just have to make sure it's safe. So make sure you have your chimney inspected and cleaned annually. You'll want to make sure you burn only dry, seasoned wood. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. You will always want to make sure that the fire is completely out before you go to bed or leave the home. And lastly, make sure you're disposing of your ashes safely in a metal container, usually placed outside away from the home, never in a cardboard box or in plastic. And the next thing that we want to talk about is space heater safety. When it comes to your space heater, give it space. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Curtains, blankets, furniture, all of it. Next, you'll want to make sure you plug it into a wall. No extension cords or power strips. They can overheat. The next tip is to keep it on the floor or a flat, solid surface, and it helps prevent tipping. Turn it off when you leave or go to sleep. Never leave it unattended. And lastly, make sure you choose one with safety features. Look for an automatic shutoff and overheat protection. And the last thing that we want to talk about is Christmas tree safety. So there's a few things to think about. If you are getting a fresh Christmas tree, whenever you bring it home, cut about 2 inches off of the bottom and make sure that it stays watered the entire time. Don't allow the tree to get too dried out. Don't decorate with any open flame, and if you are decorating with lights, make sure you are using LED lights. They don't overheat, especially if you are decorating a live Christmas tree. In any event, we don't want you to have to call us for an emergency. So from all of us at San Juan County Fire and Rescue, have a safe and happy holiday season.
A nice message from our friends at San Juan County Fire and Rescue. Always worth repeating, though, and that's why Chief David Vega is here with me this morning. And those are some really good tips from Division Chief Arnhammer. And but you've already seen some fires in the region, too, right, that are related to some of these safety tips, huh?
Yeah, Shay did a great job, and please, those are really, really basic things that anybody can do. But fall, winter, we typically see an uptick in our structure fire calls, and it's usually from issues that Shay just talked about in the video. Again, really basic things. We've had 2 or 3 fires that were started from heaters. Still a lot of the old heaters out there, Scott.
Right.
They don't have the tip over protection.
The safety features she talked about, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
the older ones don't have that many times.
Really easy way to figure out. There will be a UL tag on the back of those heaters, and it should say on there whether there's tip over protection. Strongly encourage you, especially if you have young kids. Pets are really notorious for knocking those heaters down.
Right.
If you have a heater in your house that you're using on a regular basis that's old, that you just know it's old, or it doesn't have that tip over protection, highly encourage you to unplug it when you leave. Make sure that if you are operating it, that someone's there to watch it. Don't leave that heater plugged in and operating if you're gone from the house. And hey, look, go buy a new one. If it's old and doesn't have that tip over protection, put it in the garage, sell it, throw it away, go get a new heater.
Right.
But certainly we see other issues, fireplaces, people leaving flammable materials close to that fireplace.
Right.
Chimney flues that haven't been inspected or cleaned for several years, all notorious for causing fires this time of year.
Sure. I was just going to say, a lot of these times it seems like a fire can kind of smolder for a while, and then all of a sudden it will ignite, and it doesn't take very long after that that happens for it to really spread and become a real dangerous situation. I think a lot of folks would be surprised to just see how quickly, from an ignition, a fire can spread through a room or a house for that matter.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. And to that point, I'm glad you mentioned that, Scott. And one thing that Shay did not mention in the video, check your smoke detectors to that point. Everybody should have at least one smoke detector per floor in your house. Obviously, more better, but make sure that you've got a smoke detector, a working smoke detector. That is your early warning system, especially if it's at night, you're asleep, if you have children in the house. Make sure that you're giving yourself that leg time, so if there is a fire, you're going to be alerted to it. You can get out of the house and call. If you're heating your house with propane, natural gas, or even wood heat, I also encourage you to have a carbon monoxide detector in your home. Carbon monoxide is an odorless, tasteless gas. You're not going to know it's there. In certain concentrations, you might start developing a headache. But again, what we see a lot of times is, if you're sleeping, you're not going to be aware of that. So give yourself that chance. Have carbon monoxide detectors. I'll just mention this. If you live in the county or in Bloomfield, and if you're unaware whether your smoke detector is working or you don't have one, please call us. We will send a fire truck over. We will install a smoke detector for you. We will check your smoke detectors to make sure they're working. I know Farmington Fire Department has a very similar program. So please take advantage of that.
You have staff and detectors to install for these county and Bloomfield residents.
We will install a smoke detector for you at no cost.
Okay.
And in fact, we're working on some creative funding right now to be able to actually purchase some carbon monoxide detectors too. So hopefully that'll be available to our citizens in the future.
Okay.
But Scott, I'm always amazed of how many houses we go to that don't have carbon monoxide, don't have smoke detectors, or if they do have them, the resident hasn't checked on them. Change those batteries twice a year. Spring forward, fall back is kind of the easy.
Great way to remember it.
Remember that.
Yeah, right.
But please take advantage of that. There's just no reason not to have a smoke detector in your home.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned the idea of being warned early so you can get out. And again, if you've got those detectors, that's their job, is to kind of go off in the early stages of any kind of incident, whether it's smoke or carbon monoxide, and give you the time to get everybody out safely. And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially if you have children in your home, give yourself that time to be able to get out. And as you mentioned earlier, Scott, fire spreads so quickly. Everything in your home is designed to burn.
Right.
Everything from the furnishings in your house to the construction of the house itself. And fire spreads so rapidly. So, make sure that you're giving yourself as much time as possible to be alerted to that. And then get us on scene quickly, right? The faster that we're notified, the more rapidly we're going to be able to respond and mitigate that situation.
Exactly. Showing some more photos here from your Facebook page, the San Juan County Fire and Rescue, about some of the incidents you and gals have been responding to in the last few weeks. But yeah, still a lot of about incidents, and it seems like winter we see more of these types of fires, just because I think of the heating, the fireplaces, things like that can maybe spread.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's really crushing when we go to a fire this time of year and you're seeing burnt Christmas presents under the tree, and you just after the investigation you realize, hey, this was something preventable. One that I've personally seen quite a bit, and I'll talk about it, is ashes. If you have a wood burning stove.
Yeah. Right.
Even if you think those ashes are cold out, and this is the situation that sets itself up a lot, Scott. People clean out their fireplace. They'll put those ashes in a paper bag, and then they'll deposit that paper bag in their trash can. Even if you think that your ashes are cold out, or if you haven't had a fire in that firebox for a couple, 2-3 days, those ashes will smolder, and it only takes one small ember, a BB-sized ember, in that pile of ashes to get some oxygen, and then that comes in contact with some flammable material, and then you're off to the races. So please, just always assume that your ashes are still hot. Put those in a metal can. Have that metal can off the property. Soak them with water. But for God's sakes, please don't be depositing those in paper bags, plastic bags,
Cardboard
setting them on
box.
your deck, cardboard box, or setting them in your trash can. And usually we see, 4 or 5 fires from that this time of year, and it never fails, right? Murphy Law. Those fires always happen at night when you're asleep.
Right. Sure.
So it's things, very, very simple things that you can do around your house to be fire safe.
Exactly. Very true. And I know a lot of folks are using their fireplaces and other space heaters, as we've talked about too, for heat this time of year, or extra heat this time of year. And so it's just important to remember these safety tips and stay safe and have those other detectors working properly, as you have said as well. I know the fire and rescue folks are spread out throughout the county. You respond to calls throughout the area. I know we have a big county, and so keeping that staffed and your volunteers and your other folks that respond is always an important part of the job that you all do, right? And you respond to fires in the county and in Bloomfield these days.
Yeah, San Juan County, our response area is about 5,000 square miles, so we have resources geographically stationed to be able to respond to incidents within the county in a timely fashion. Of course, when you have multiple incidents going on within the county, that stretches resources thin. We are a combination fire department, so we have full-time staff, and then we're supported with a very dedicated staff of reserve or volunteer firefighters,
Right.
That give our community a tremendous amount of service. But again, we don't like going on fires. So if you're doing stuff to be proactive, that keeps our firefighters in the station where we like to be.
Right. But you still have openings for volunteers and for others too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We recruit. We call them reserve firefighters, also known as volunteers. We recruit once a year. We will take applications year round, but our recruitment window usually opens up in August. We had a really robust crop of new recruits this year, volunteer recruits. So really pleased to see
Nice.
that. And if you're interested or have a desire to learn more, please stop by.
Sure.
We'd be happy to visit with you. We're always looking for great men and women to come in and join our department.
Very good. And I misspoke when I said you're only responding to fires, because you've got the word rescue in your name now too, because I know your folks respond to other calls besides fire, and you're really busy with rescue calls too throughout the county, that 5,000 square miles. And so that's an important part of the response too.
Yeah, we're going to probably wrap up the year close to 9,000 incidents this year. So we're a really busy department, and about 80% of those calls are medical emergencies that we respond on, and that's typical of any fire department right now.
Right.
Usually about an 80 to 20 mix there. So about 80% of our calls are medical emergencies. So all of our firefighters are at a minimum EMT basic, and we're trying to increase our level of EMS qualifications to have advanced EMTs on our trucks, and so that's just a higher level of service that we're able to provide our citizens. But it's a busy system that we're running.
Right, and a lot of calls, as you said. So that's keeping your folks busy, and someone out there will do the math of what 9,000 calls into 365 days means
It's
per day. But that's
roughly
a lot.
22 to 25
You've done it.
calls per day.
Okay. That's a lot.
So our guys our folks are hopping out there.
Very much so. Very much so. I couldn't have you on the show without asking you about the weather and drought and precipitation. We talked about that before we came on the air a little bit about skiing conditions and things like that. Just the mountains are looking a little low this winter, but I know you think ahead to summer and moisture and water supplies and things like that. Is there anything that you're hearing about long range forecasts?
Yeah, we were talking about it off air. It's hard to get into the Christmas spirit when it's 60 degrees and brown outside, especially being a Colorado boy. But the long range forecasts had predicted a dry, and a below normal precipitation winter and above normal temperatures. The outlooks for spring and summer are still a little bit unclear, so I don't know what that looks like. The first probably the first 2 or 3 months in January, we'll have a better outlook of what fire season looks like. But to that point, Scott, again, just going back to our conditions, we're in this cycle here in San Juan County where, unless there's precipitation or this time of year, unless there's snow on the ground, we're in fire season even right now.
Right.
Last week we had a 2-acre fire that was threatening structures, and so even in December, when you're not thinking wildland fire safety, we're still having outdoor fires, and the vegetation is dry. Don't be complacent to that. We're still susceptible to wildland fires this time of year. I'll go back to the ashes issues.
Sure.
We've had outdoor fires started by those ashes that were deposited, or someone just threw those ashes outside in the grass, thinking that they weren't going to do anything, and then the daytime temperatures creep up, a little bit of wind, and then it's off to the races. So we are very much in fire season right now, and if we don't get moisture over the next several weeks or months, that's certainly going to make the situation dire going into the summer months, spring and summer. So hopefully the forecasts are in our favor, but certainly we are watching that very carefully this time of year.
Sure. Well, and again, your folks are trained, whether it's a wildland fire or an urban interface fire or some other type of fire. I know you're really proud of the training that you're able to get to your folks, whether they're paid or volunteers, to be able to handle these different types of fires in our 5,000 square mile area.
Yeah, we are a all risk fire department, so all manner of fire suppression, whether that's structure, wildland, urban interface, flammable liquids, all the tech rescue disciplines, all the medical aid. We do all that. We are really a one-stop shop for emergencies in San Juan County, and we're very proud of that. As I mentioned earlier, we've got a great staff of full-time folks, and then just a dedicated, wonderful staff of volunteers that continually serve our community. And I'll just mention this: our volunteers, or our reserve firefighters, they go through the same training pipeline as our full-time firefighters.
Right.
So there's no gap in that training pipeline, and I'm very happy and proud to say we're doing things as an organization here, as a combination fire department in San Juan County, that not a whole lot of other departments in New Mexico are doing. So very proud of that.
Very good. Well, and kudos to you, and I think the county commission for supporting those efforts, because the training, I don't think, comes cheap, to be able to do that for both your paid and your reserve firefighters.
Yeah, it's an investment. In fact, we were talking about just the price of a fire truck earlier.
Right.
$1 million right now for a pumper. When you think of a fire truck, that no bells, no whistles, $1 million. The ladder truck.
That's the going price of $1 million for one of those trucks. Okay.
We have a ladder truck that we need to replace right now, $2.4 million to replace one truck. So
it better come with heated seats. For that price.
Right?
I don't know if it does.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Yeah, it should probably drive itself. But
right.
Yeah, running a fire department's it's not cheap. So if you look at the capital replacement, of course, you talk about the training, the PPE.
Sure.
Those things all come at a cost, and again, we would not be able to do what we're doing right now without support from county administration, our county commission, and then just the support from our citizens and from our state representatives as well. We were recently the recipient of $1 million grant. This was congressional funds, and we had support from our congressional leadership in order to get that. So it's a team effort all the way from the bottom to the top, and very much appreciative of all that support.
Yeah, very much so. Well, congratulations for all that. And again, I think it all goes to keep everyone safe, and that's what we hope for and appreciate. And this is the time of year when folks just need to be a little more vigilant about what's going on in their homes and with the decorations and some of the extra things, the heating that we've been talking about, and some other things just to make sure that the holiday doesn't become tragic for some families. And so that's an important reminder, I think.
Yeah. Take that extra minute just to, before you leave the house, you're rushing out, make sure the candles are out, the heaters are unplugged, your fireplace isn't going to cause a fire. Don't deposit those acids. Really, really basic stuff that's going to keep you safe this holiday season.
There you go. Chief, thanks for coming in this morning. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thank you for being here.
Same to you.
We'll see you in 2026.
Thank you.
Okay, come back anytime. That's Chief David Vega from the San Juan County Fire and Rescue Department, my guest here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.